Hey everybody, how's it? Aloha. Okay, a friend of mine sent me this and he said this is a wait for it moment. He had said in the email that midway through it there is a singer, a young girl that comes in on that, and then reading the title here, that must be what this feature must be about. So the name of the song, or is it the band? I'm not sure. Soch the Band feature Hadiya Hashmi. He told me it was a Pakistan track, so he said it totally falls in line what I love and what I've been talking about with other videos that I've been doing here on our journey. Something to do with the fact that there is that constant vibe of, you know, like one note or something through it, and I was like, oh, okay. He's obviously, my friend is not much of a musician, but he loves you know, everything that we're doing and stuff. He goes, dude, you got to see this. Come on. I went, all right, fine. Buy me coffee. And he did for breakfast. That being said, if you do see any advertising on here, there is none of these videos are monetized for my channel. So if you want to support the channel, you like what's happening here, you can buy me a cup of coffee. That link will be below. The link will be below for this track. Obviously, I don't know if there's any Spotify or anything, but if I find other stuff, information about this band or this performance, I'll post it down below. So let's do this. Bolhu Soch, the band featuring Hadiya Hashmi. All right.
रंग जा अपने ही रंग तू हो जा अपने ही संग तू रंग जा अपने ही रंग तू हो जा अपने ही संग तू बना ले छोटी सी दुनिया हो जा मस्त मलंग तू बोलू
All right. Okay, so I understand what my friend's saying when he said, and you've heard me mention this through plenty of videos that have a lot of what is the pedaled note, or you know, since you're the pure listener, since this is not theoretical breakdown and you're the one that just enjoys the music, what it is, it's that one constant note that sometimes it's not a constant note through, meaning like holding its note, but this note right here is the one that you hear constant through this song. And there's beauty with that too. There's cultural beauty with that. You guys have heard me explain, at least in my take on the musical world, as an old third generation composer, hence the Decomposer, that culturally, anywhere in the continents, hundreds and thousands of years ago, a lot of stuff did start as simple as choral, you know, holding one note with percussions and stuff like that. And you find instruments that are still to this day used and integrated into pop culture music, rock or whatever, with these same instruments. And we're seeing a version of that here. Remember I did the band from Mongolia, The Who, also used their fiddles and their stuff. And there is a bass note, a pedaled note through it. What I love about that and what I'm seeing here is that when you, in my experience as a composer, if I've chosen to do this, like I had scored a film called The Last Conception last year, and it was kind of an India Hollywood kind of merging culture thing. And what I loved about that opportunity was when you have a note that you can hold through, you really could be extremely colorful with other instruments. in holding patterns and solo and lead work and melodic work and stuff. And also the vocalist here, remember, in this case, it doesn't matter, but I never listen to vocalists' lyrics in any of that. You guys know, some of you get upset with me, go, oh, you gotta listen to the lyrics. In this case, I wouldn't even know if I knew what these lyrics were, so I'm fully entranced by the intervals that are being used by this vocalist right now. Beautiful, and that's what this opportunity lays out for you. As a composer, as an arranger, you know, you have that one note. You have so many opportunities to do so many cool things. So there's arpeggiated work going on here. There's secondary melodic work happening here. The percussion, very powerful, and in the sense that with space, there's not a lot going on there. You know, there isn't a lot of really fast percussive work going on. You know, excuse me, the drummer, you know, doing the fast stops on the chimes, the China cymbals and stuff like that, and then you have that other percussionist hitting the bigger percussions and stuff like that. And then the violin, obviously that's just where I stopped, so I took a poke. Now I want you to listen as we go through, I'm assuming, because I still haven't heard this track. It probably will build as it goes through. But the joy in it, even though there might be a chord change somewhere in this a little later or something like that, the joy through this whole thing is that one note. So I know I went on kind of long. This is going to be a long video, I think, but I'm going to let a good piece of this run, okay? So here we go.
खाली खाली आंखों से सपने बुनता जा मन अपने की कर ले तू सबकी सुनता जा खाली खाली आंखों से सपने बुनता जा मन अपने की कर ले तू सबकी सुनता जा टूटी टूटी सांसों से लड़ता जा बढ़ता जा टुकड़ा टुकड़ा कर करके किस्मत चुनता जा.
Okay, I just got to stop for 1 second. Okay, now I understood why there were those Marshalls in the background and stuff. I noticed the guys were playing some really, you know, really nice looking guitars there, and wondered how they were going to take advantage of that. So now they definitely infused more pop culture into this production. I love that. Oh, I'm sorry, you saw me doing this? How was that bass? Go back and listen to that phrasing. Just right there, that was just great. And that's the beauty of the bass. Boy, you give him an opportunity, you know, for phrasing, and you let them loose without having to get all crazy, you know, slappy, funky stuff. It's just about the right notes, the right vibe, and the right phrasing through that. So, you know me, goober for the bass. All right.
बोले तन मन जब ठंडी लगती है फिर लू सजदे में आंसू गिरा दे हो जा मस्त मलंग तू बोलू बोलू
Okay, I just want to stop one more time. I don't see a keyboard in here, but I hear long, sustained notes in the background, and so I'm going to say that, based on me just seeing what I'm seeing here, and this is a live performance, that that's really super, super cool. Now I see how many guitars are there, so it's definitely manageable, but I can hear those long sustains in the background that gives it some really beautiful ambience and certain things. All right. I'm sorry, I gotta stop. I mean, I tried not to, but I just have to, and I'll go back a little bit. You're probably as blown away as I am here. Though not heard of around the world, that there's a lot of prodigal child phenoms, musicians that are out there, and we never really get a chance to see a lot of them because they are tucked away in parts of the world and stuff. Obviously, now I don't know, because I don't know anything about this region of musical stars and stuff like that. I'm stuttering because I'm just so taken away by. Not only it's not the fact that she's young and doing this. She is what's the word I'm looking for? Not emboldening. Embedded within this performance seems to be just the most virtuous, organic energy. And look at her face. Okay, I don't have to talk about the tone of her voice and stuff like that, because it's beautiful. And her intervals and the melody she's got is absolutely wonderful. But watch her performance. Remember, I told you that was it Ginger? I don't know if it was Ginger or I forgot the other one. When I had said when we did like a vocal review, she was just doing live playthrough, and you could see when she was in, I think it was Ginger, where she was in the ska reggae part of the song, and then once she lit up with her growl, you could see a physical change happen, so that she can become that. This is what's happening here. I feel like I'm watching this complete metamorphosis of this young, musician here, completely channeling just blah, blah, blah. Okay, now, I'm going to go back, we're going to listen to, I'll skip back a little bit, but I also want to bring to point two is listen to the rhythmical setup and percussion setup of what the musicians are doing there. As simple as that is, there is that really nice, it's eighth notes kind of muted guitar work that's going through that boom, 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 of course, giving her all the space that she needs to do what she does, but she's in such a tonal range, she's going to own that pocket, outside of very high, there's some high cymbal style percussion going on in the background there. But, wow. All right, let's go back. Here we go. Okay, that was just wonderful. I'm definitely going to watch this video many, many times just to completely rinse and everything, including her performance. That's obviously the highlight and the magic. Well, it says featuring. This must be Hadiya Hashmi. Something else I want to bring up musically on that, though, through that passage, is listen to the acoustic guitar. That pattern the acoustic guitar player is holding is such an important part of that arrangement. We are all probably blown away without a doubt by this young performer's performance. But in support of that, is a great arrangement, and that's so important, so important. That was just beautiful. That was just wonderful. And I like the chord change right there at the end of that. That was a nice chord change, but we didn't lose that note. That note was still a part of those chord changes. I don't want to over demystify it. I don't want to be one of those, oh shit, now I can't unhear that. But this is the beauty of this kind of music that has, like I said earlier, that one note that you can kind of zip line around as an arranger. All right.
जा
also want to mention, and I didn't say anything about the engineering on this. I mean, the engineering was perfect in tones, and it captured every essence organically of these instruments. Outside from the electric guitars, I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the instrument. Did you notice the guy who was squeezing it looked like an organ box and stuff? It's a very integral part of the cultural music of that part of the world. But that's intricate stuff there for Mr. Engineer Dude, and I hear you, and it was an unbelievable job. It was very crispy, very clean. Trying to keep the organic experience of a live performance without getting too nuts in post-performance recording mixing is very important. And it was just across the board an incredible performance by everybody involved, from musicians to engineers, everything. It was just fantastic. I want to go back really quick to melodically some of the notes that were sung by both vocalists. Sometimes you these semitonal drifts in the note that kind of make you feel like you're going through this incredible venture with them, with this beautiful melody and stuff, with these large intervals that are happening in here. But sometimes it sounded like, for those of you who are the pure listener, momentarily sounded like they may have drifted a little flat or a little sharp. That's obviously intentional, and it adds such a wonderful, different kind of chicken skin. Remember, that's my thing. You guys know me. A different kind of chicken skin. It's like a chicken skin and like a, oh, geez, kind of a vibe. Because it's intentional, and it's meant for you to go have that experience viscerally. So anyhow, this was great. I'm gonna have to buy my friend a lunch now for sending me this, because I am completely enamored with this performance. I'm gonna watch it a few times. So apparently the name is, now that I saw the credits at the end, so the song is called Bol Hu, and Soch is the band. And I had no intention on dropping this video today. Yesterday my camera blipped on me, and that's why when I said I was going to do a couple yesterday, I pooped out and I couldn't, so I got it fixed up and running. Yay! And here I am. So anyhow, thank you so much. If you do see so fit to support the channel and all that sort of fun stuff, if you want to buy me a cup of coffee, that link will be down below. The link for this track, so you don't have to hear me yapping over it, that's going to be down below. And please go click on this track and experience it. Really, go see it and just chill. Put it on full screen. Whatever your libation is, check it out. Because the reason why I say that is because if you listen to the composition and arrangement, I know I'm kind of going ass backwards here, and I'm just thinking while I'm talking. I thought I was done with my breakdown, but if you listen to this, you can translate a lot of this into some of the prog rock stuff that we've heard in the past. Could you hear Tool covering something of this nature automatically, right? It's just different tones, different performance, different kinds of arrangements, but the vibe and the feel is something that we do hear through a lot of different types of production. Anyhow, I go blah, 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 so I'm going to blah, blah, blah out of here. You guys have a great day, and I'll be back with more coming up when it comes up and however it comes up. All right.